Fellow Toastmasters, I have a question. Have you ever fallen in love?
Of course. Sure.
Yes.
When I was younger, I thought I was crazily in love a couple of times. But there was this one time where I was in love. And her name was Inese. We met with Inese when I was 19 years old. When I was studying in Çanakkale. I was very active in youth projects, so there were a lot of international people coming and going to Çanakkale. And in one of the events, a group from Latvia came. And Inese was in that group. The moment she came, everybody was speaking about Inese, how beautiful she was, how fantastic she looked, what an amazing smile she had. And I have to agree, she had the most amazing smile I've ever seen in my life. And a lot of guys tried to flirt with her. And one guy got really close. This guy didn't speak English. So at the end of the event, Inese wrote him a message saying, "I wish you could have spoken English. We would have a lot to talk about." And the guy was very interested to learning English after that. The event ended, Inese flew to Riga, Latvia. That was in April. In July, I get a letter, an email saying, "You're accepted for a project in Latvia." And before I went there was no Facebook at that time. I wrote her an email, I remember Inese, saying, "Hey, I'm coming to Latvia. I'd love to see you." And she replied, saying, "I'd love to see you too." My training was in Sigulda, another city in Latvia, and she was in Riga. So we arranged to meet on the third day, where we were coming to Riga for a sightseeing tour. The third day came. With the group, we started walking around, and we arranged to meet with Inese at the city center of Riga. Funnily enough, the closer I got to the city center, my heart started pounding like crazy. I didn't expect that. And the closer I got, the more excited I got. And before we went to the rendezvous point, I saw this tall, thin, short, red-haired girl with big, beautiful black eyes, with the piercing on her chin, and with the most amazing smile I've ever seen. And the next thing I remember, she hugged me. The group was surprised. A random, beautiful girl hugging me in the middle of Riga. I explained them the situation, and Inese joined us for the rest of the day. We walked around, she even guided us. And finally we had a chance to speak one-to-one with her. About life, about love, about everything. When it was time to say goodbye, the rest of the group went to walk to the bus. And being 19 and my heart beating, but I was cheeky and I told Inese, "Give me a goodbye kiss." She very shyly kissed me on the neck. I was like, and being cheeky again, I said, "Give me another kiss." And she became red as ever, and she kissed me on the neck, and then she quickly walked away saying goodbye. That night, the only thing I could think about was Inese. The group was partying, dancing, drinking, but I just wanted to think about Inese, and I just wanted to be with Inese. The next day, I couldn't resist. I sent her another email saying, "Tomorrow is our last day. Would you like to come, join, and stay with us?" Well, what I actually meant, stay with me, but I was sugarcoating that. And she said, "Yes, I would love to come. But I'll come with a friend." Being half happy about it, I said, "Sure." And the next day came. And I walked quickly to the lobby to see her and her friend. And when I entered, there was only one person, reading a newspaper. And when she heard my footsteps, she quietly brought down the newspaper, and I saw the most beautiful smile I've ever seen in my life. She told me her friend couldn't make it. We went to my room to put the luggage, and she told me, "What is the plan?" I told her, "Well, the rest of the group is going to eat. And since you're not registered in the group, let's eat somewhere else." And she said, "No, I don't want to disrupt you. Be with the group, I'll eat somewhere else, and then we'll meet." I said, "No. I'm very happy that you're here with me right now. And the only place I want to be, here with you." And then she stood up. And she hugged me. And time stopped. The universe started revolving around us. There was no other place I'd rather be. I don't know how long she hugged me, but she hugged me for a very long time. And I wish it was forever. Then we went out to grab some food. And in the middle of the way, a very heavy rain started pouring. she told me, let me get out my umbrella. I impulsively pushed the umbrella, I held her, and she looked at me with these big black eyes, scared. I looked at her as well, and I kissed her. Again, the universe stopped. It only revolved around us. There was no other place I'd rather be. And the last thing I remember of that night, we kissed for a very long time. The last thing I remember from that night was we were wet as drowned rats, and we forgot to eat because we were too excited. This was 12 years ago, guys. Ines now has 2 children and happily living with her partner. I'm not going to tell you why it didn't work out with us. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But that doesn't really matter, does it? What really matters was Ines has been in my life as a friend, as a girl, and as a human being, and contributed to me being the person of who I am today. So my message to you fellow Toastmasters, if you have found your Ineses, or if you will find them one day, try not to let them go. But if for some reason they leave your life, make sure you are gratitude to them. You cherish them forever. Thank you, Ines. Thank you.